I am honored that you have chosen me.
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard, to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads. No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves. Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
You must be Master Gong's latest acolyte. I heard there might be a new recruit, but they typically aren't ready for service so quickly. Stripping a will can take time. But Master Gong is known for being generous to those who please him. You must be quite exceptional to be allowed into service so directly. This device is the Soul Extractor. It has a loftier name, but we are here to glorify Emperor Sun through Death's hand, not pay tribute to some distant celestial lord. It is mounted on an elevator that reaches deep into the necropolis. Until recently, we excavated bodies to extract spirits that lingered near their graves. The results were unpredictable. Now we use slaves. Freshly killed spirits make the best golems. The more painful the death, the better. The extractor is not gentle.
Horrible. If the Emperor really is behind this, he's a monster.
The soul extractor certainly kills whatever is placed within it, but little is left of the victim, so you cannot prove they did not belong there. Only a spirit shard remains. The golem press is far more dangerous, but I have nothing to do with that ungainly device. I prefer the elegance of ripping slaves apart. What kind of questions? If you must. It is a simple machine to operate. I'm sure you will come to enjoy the subtle joys of it. Spirits that die in trauma can linger near their mortal form. The Empire is soaked in blood. Many restless dead haunt the necropolis. But slaves produce a better result. Only on the prison level. Many of the mines are impassable. The graves were never intended to be stable during excavation. Several have collapsed. Much of the surrounding ground is weak. We do not march too many golems at once. Even that might shake something loose. Slaves are placed in the extractor, and the extraction fluid produces exquisite agony. Focused by this pain, the soul is forced to crystallize into a spirit shard. That shard is implanted in a golem, infusing it with the energy of the deceased soul. Your task is the creation of a new shard for a Jade golem. Do not delay. Death's hand placed the machine here. It is said the Emperor himself brought pieces of some great celestial furnace back from the heavens. I do not fully understand how it functions, but I am not meant to. I obey, and that is enough. What kind of questions? Your place in the ranks of the assassins is clear. What do you want to know? It is our home, but not for much longer. With the golem forces of the Emperor almost complete, there is little to tie us here. When the army marches, so shall we. I do not imagine we will leave much behind us. The ground here is weak. Such a movement of power will likely shake the walls to their foundation. Grand Inquisitor Jia is the embodiment of the will of Death's hand, even as he is the will of the Emperor. She governs us all while he is elsewhere. To defy her is to defy the Empire. Death is her first and last means of education on the matter. Death's hand owns my soul, as he does yours and everyone else who has given themselves to him. In obedience and submission, we find our purpose. He is the living will of the Emperor. Through him, we are closer to the heart of the Empire. You should get on with your work. Grand Inquisitor Jia is growing impatient for the Jade Golem to be completed. Select a suitable victim and create a spirit shard.
Yes, Acolyte? Why have you chosen to disturb me instead of working on the tasks I have set before you? An interesting idea. It has happened before, and the victim was certainly considered a fool for letting it occur, but it's impossible. You may as well try and drop one of the golems on him. He would never be so distracted as to enter the press. We are Lotus assassins, after all. A possibility. But Shin does not leave the inner chambers often, only to inspect the new slave shipments arriving in the Hall of Induction. You would have to close a great many eyes to get away with an assassination in the hall and moving the body to the press. But it would certainly send a message. The hall cleared of all witnesses, the press operator distracted, and the slave shipment stopped outside in the necropolis before it arrives. A daunting list of tasks. Do it quietly, but use force where you must. Succeed, and I will introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Jia in the inner chambers. A rare honor for an acolyte. Remember your tasks, acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. I am sure I can count on you.
What do you want? Is that so? Why should I step aside for a new blood acolyte? I have my own position to think about, and I will not be so easily replaced. If you bring an order from Master Gang, I will relent, as he is my master too. Until then, I am not moving. I see. The ways of the Order are mysterious and brutal. If an opening is created away from witnesses, all of us under him will benefit. I understand. I will tend to the golems that are being readied for the Jade Golem's command. I do not think I will be able to return to this room today. But a thought occurs to me. If one opening raises us all, two openings will raise us further. If something were to befall the good master, just something you might want to ponder.
Ukwironi sayer tatasiyeru won nawir siyer
Sata asuni wok.
There is nothing in this life except my service to...
I marvel at your ability. You show no fear of the... You have no more acolytes to train for now. Goodbye.
Yes, Acolyte? Why have you chosen to disturb me instead of working on the tasks I have set before you? Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard. I am sure...
What do you want now, Acolyte? Unless the press is damaged, you have no reason to speak with us. We see them daily at about this time, but they have not arrived yet. Probably delayed in the necropolis. You are right to marvel at its stability. It is a machine in balance. Only errors of its operators have damaged it before.
Several foolish acolytes were killed for damaging it. It's not so hard to use properly. All you do is work the crane and occasionally add phoenix oil to the material selector.
The measure of oil has been wrong too often. Kia Jong gives it out too freely. I will see to it that your kind are only given pre-measured containers of it. Gong needs to better train his acolytes. You were obviously rushed through the initiation process.
Phoenix oil is a viscous liquid that burns at an incredible temperature. It heats the press to cure the golem husks. If there's too much in the machine, it burns too hot. Too little and the golems crumble. The merchant brings the oil from the craftsman of the Golden Delta.
If we must, what do you want? That is unfortunate, because the needs of an acolyte are of little concern.
Our tasks are done for the day, but Grand Inquisitor Gia could request us at any time. We must be ready to respond if the golem press malfunctions.
Nothing short of her order or an emergency repair will move us. Step away, Acolyte. You are of no concern to us. Leave us, Acolyte.
Ika kahia wo no ka kihia ia wo shathia oka uki ia aya yuya. Shath uk ni uksa ia sun puno kanhon wo ushashia uksa hiaka. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia ok. Epafawe ea kosawia toa.
Ah, are you the student I am waiting for? I can't delay any longer. I cannot miss the window of opportunity for a summoning. As I was saying, golems are playthings, devoid of cunning. The latest stockpile stands idle, waiting for a Jade golem to make them useful. A waste. I will show Grand Inquisitor Gia that tapping the spirit realm for servants is more efficient. Witness as I effortlessly summon an able minion from the void. There are hardly any preparations needed, Acolyte. They want to serve. They tell me so. Golems want nothing. Watch and learn. Okir sitaka wowir, wosayir yuf praun! No, no! This isn't right! Destroy them! You saw nothing of this. Nothing. I have to continue my research before Gia knows of my failure. Oh, I know it can work.
What do you wish? What would you like to know? May the will of Death's Hand and the Emperor guide you.
Time to bloody my axes.
You there! Stand aside, or risk the ire of the Lotus Assassins. These prisoners must be delivered to the fortress to be inspected by Master Shin. I will not allow you to make me late. I don't know your face. You don't even bear our markings. State your intent before I end this encounter, and your life. A mere acolyte questions the quality of my work? I am not laughing, child. Why should I allow this? They are not the best I have encountered, and Master Shin did say he needed good quality slaves for a special project. Bah! I can't take the risk of earning his displeasure. You are right to warn me, Acolyte. Help me dispose of these worthless sacks. Ready, you lot? The good Acolyte says you are so worthless you should die. I say, I agree. Defend yourselves so your deaths are at least entertaining.
Ah! Heavens help us!
A fine slaughter, even if there was no challenge. I will return to our agents in the city and demand fodder of better quality. If they don't deliver, perhaps I will enlist their assistance more directly. You have inspired me, Acolyte. You will make a fine assassin.
If a man can't defend himself, then what good is he really?
Ikakahia wo nokai. Ikakahia wo no kakihe. Awa utkua wo kokopia kawa ia elwo. Wo kawa ia tanke ia nano wo ia wasonak. Oke nekni pesia wusa upo. Kutkosi wiwa ya wo nova ya ifo wiya o ka wiki no.
Routines? Nothing we do is routine. Let me handle this. See these axes, little man? Very soon they will be in use. If you move, I'll buy whetstones from you to sharpen them after. If you don't, I'll use your teeth.
Pia shatia kraka ea nano uksaro wo no fatasia.
That is how you convince a merchant to do something. You owe me some wine.
What do you want now, What? Which one of you idiots threw off the mixture? It doesn't matter.
3 days calibrating it for perfect clay husks, and some new blood fool ruins it in an instant.
The supports for the mold injectors will be charred. We'll have to find a smith to forge new ones. Ugh, what a mess. I don't want any of you stunted acolytes touching them. In fact, I will request that only full-fledged assassins operate the machine from now on.
So much wasted work. If we don't get it fixed, Gio will have us slaughtered.
I know. We need to go to the market district and find a smith. Come on, we're wasting time.
What is going on here? Where are my slaves? The golems require spirit shards. And where are my attendants? Delays and laziness will be repaid in blood. No one disobeys the orders of Shen. You are Gang's new acolyte. I see what is happening here. You think to promote your master by threatening me. You are bold, but foolish. You thought to make me vulnerable by killing my attendants and emptying the hall? A miscalculation. I am a favorite of Grand Inquisitor Jia. You will die.
Tenants! You'll...
terrible tragedy has reached my ears. Our respected Master Shin has met his end in a rather embarrassing fashion. I came quickly after hearing of his stumble. Perhaps it was the cold of the sanctum that made him careless and dulled his senses. Open the press. I will make certain he's dead, but not from too close. I don't want to share his tragically foolish fate. Yes, quite dead. How unfortunate. We should honor our fallen comrade. I am distracted by thoughts of who will take his place. I think the choice is obvious.
Bogzajr Caritas von Yersis.
You are nearing your goal. Grand Inquisitor Jia keeps many secrets in the inner chambers, enough to appease the princess and earn your way to the palace. But you may learn more than she wants to know. I know that I did, many years ago. You know that Master Li tried to stop his brother and failed. I was not there to witness that, so I only have the details that you are aware of yourself. Hui in Tian's Landing told you that in response to that act, Master Li's wife was condemned to death. She was with child at the time. This I know for certain. I was there. I was one of the elite ordered to kill Master Li's family.
There is no challenge in that. Kill who you must, but they should be able to fight.
Death's hand brought the order to kill the family. We were cowards if we could not see the wisdom of his order. It was the will of the Emperor. I could not question the orders. They could not be wrong. Dirge was burning. Your master had fled, and we stood over a woman who had just given birth. I hesitated, and she was killed. For years I wondered what kind of creature could issue such an order, and what I was for following it. It was easier to be a coward than to question the Empire. Now I understand, and I hope I have shown you as well. They broke a sacred trust. I have returned because of that, even though I know what Death's hand is. My fate is sealed, but one secret must live on. I killed them all, my fellow assassins. I would not let them finish their mission. Master Li's child still lives.
Bogzajr Caritas von Yersisajr if.
You there! You are Master Gong's new Lotus Acolyte, correct? Master Gong has kept Grand Inquisitor Jia waiting for too long. Where is he? Fools. They had more important things to do than worry about their personal stations. My station is at risk if Gia does not get her Jade Golem. You were Gong's acolyte. You deal with this, and get me the spirit shard I require. Since your master is dead, you may present it in the ritual. When you have the spirit shard, come to me at the door to the inner chambers. Finish whatever business you have. You will not have time once the ritual commences.
With all the masters gone, there's no limits to how far I can rise, or the methods with which I can deal with my opponents.
You have proven yourself a cunning individual. That must be nurtured or destroyed. Ikakahia wo no kakike ia wo shath. Ni wo sosawa ia wa tasi no ni nano.
I am devoted to Death's Hand alone.
Greetings, Acolyte. I believe I was supposed to be your trainer, but given the rather remarkable deaths that have occurred, I'm sure you don't need my help. I still have some training techniques and resources I can share, but we may as well dispense with formality. What do you need? I have learned a number of techniques.
Ono wiri fuiro parir no ka sisayir na workwork tanti